Alright, hello guys, this is Julius coming with another video, this time on the Korg Kronos. Received a question via the Korg forums. Shout out to the Korg forum guys. You guys should definitely check that site out if you don't know anything about it. A lot of great help there. Good community guys, utilizing Korg products. But we got a question from a guy there named Sigurd, S-I-G-U-R-D, and I kind of wanted to help get him started with the Kronos sequencer. So I'm just going to address a couple of specific questions that he had concerning drum loops and adding drum loops to the sequencer to get him started with his song template. I'm going to try to get this video done in under 10 minutes. There may be some stuff that goes unanswered, but I'll just do the best I can. First of all, he wants to be able to add preset drum patterns from the Kronos into his song. That's pretty easy to do. What you want to do, because you want to be able to audition the patterns first, you want to hit this tab at the bottom that says Pattern RPPR, and it's going to bring up the RPPR screen. I'm not sure if this is the default screen. Let me initialize the song just to make sure that everything is square from the beginning, so you're not looking at anything on my machine that you won't see on yours. Okay, so if you hit this Pattern RPPR button, it's going to take you to this screen. This is a very unique feature to the Kronos, pretty nice feature. We'll talk about it a little bit more in depth in another video. But what you want to do is you want to go here at this top part of the screen that says preset, and then it says the preset number P000 off. What you want to do is you want to make sure this pattern part here, let me get my stylus. You want to make sure this pattern part of the screen says preset instead of user. And then you start by selecting there. I'll do that again so you see exactly what I picked. Right here where you start to select which pattern you want to use, and you can select any of the patterns that are here in the Kronos. Let me see how many there are to choose from. There's tons and tons of preset patterns in here. Gosh, keep going to the wrong screen. 697 preset patterns in here. That's crazy. That's a lot of patterns to choose from. But anyway, all of the ones that say all can basically be used with any drum kit. They kind of give you a hint as to like which patterns sound best with which kits. So if it says all beside it, that means that you can probably use it with any of the drum kits in the Kronos and it'll sound good. But as you can see, some of them have specific genres addressed to them, like hip hop, jazz. There's some more alls. There's some more jazz, orchestra, Cuban, Brazilian percussion, conga. And those are just referring to the default drum kits in the Kronos. But you can try them out on any and you may be able to come up with some unique results. So basically what you want to do is you want to pick one of these presets. Alright, I picked Pop Ballad 1. And what you want to do is the MIDI track that's here, says MIDI track 1. That's the instrument that is going to play this pattern. So if you look here, I have a piano or keyboard sound on track 1. And so if I push start while I'm at this screen, it's going to trigger piano sounds. Watch. And that is not what you want. That is not what you want. So you want to make sure that whatever pattern, whatever MIDI track you have here, or it says MIDI track, you want to make sure that you have a drum track there. Preferably whichever one you plan on using for the track. So I'm just going to put it on standard kit just for the sake of the example. Then you press OK. Then you go back to your pattern screen. Oh, to get to that, I went back to the play record tab, and that's where I selected the drum kit that I wanted to use. So you go to the pattern RPPR screen again. Of course, you got your pop ballot 1 pattern selected, and then you push start to preview it. Now what's cool about this is you get to listen to the pattern, and you also, if you look at this top corner here, it shows you how many measures the preset pattern is. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit so I can keep talking while it's going. Alright. And it automatically loops once it gets to the end. I think this is the 8-bar loop. There's probably going to be a little fill at the end of the 8th bar. Yep. And then it restarts. So you say, okay, no, I don't like that. So you just select another one. You can either use the increment, decrement buttons here on the side, or you could select it here. Just pick one. Listen to it. Like, nah, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so you're like, okay, I like that one. Let's just say, for example. So you like that beat. You see how many measures it is. It's 4 measures. It looped it automatically at the end of the 4th measure. Okay, so you say, okay, I like that one. What you're going to do next is you're going to go up to the pattern edit at the top right of the screen, and you're going to push put to MIDI track. Let me see. And here you can select which track exactly you want to put it to. Alright, you can select the track. Oh my gosh, it's getting blurry. I'm sorry about that. You can select the track and the measure, okay, that you want to install the track to. So that was a 4 measure pattern. So you push OK. And it automatically inserted that pattern into your track. And you see now it says measure 5 is where the next insert point is. Oh my gosh. Why is it taking so long to focus? So measure 5 is the next insert point. You can either repeat that pattern again, but every time you push OK, it's going to insert the pattern at that point for however many measures the pattern is. So you push OK again, so it's going to move up another 4 bars. Now it's at 9. I thought you could preview the patterns from this screen, but I can't remember exactly how to do that. It's not really working. So there may be something that I'm doing wrong there. So that's how you insert the patterns. So now if you push exit and you go out into your regular sequencer, and you push the play button, you should hear that pattern for, let's see, we copied it twice, and there's 4 measures each, so it should be 8 bars. See that? Okay. So you just learn how to insert a pattern into the Kronos. Now, if you decide that, okay, now I want to add 4 more measures, you come back, you do the same thing. You can pick another pattern, listen to what it sounds like. That was 4 measures. Okay, guys, I'm not going to make 10 minutes. Sorry. So that one was 4 measures. So you go to pattern, edit again, put to MIDI track, and that would start at measure 9. Well, let's see what would happen if we inserted it at measure 1. I'm really not sure. Push OK. It did it. Exit. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it overwrote the pattern that we inserted there the first time. And there's the end of the pattern from the first time. Okay, so if you go back to that screen, and it will automatically overwrite what you did the last time. So be careful and make sure you select the correct measure numbers here that you want to add it to, because you don't want to destroy the work that you did before. Okay, and the other part of the question, he wanted to then, from there, be able to add other tracks to his song. So you got your drum track, and that's going to play for 4 measures, and it's going to switch to the other one and measure 5, and it's going to play to measure 8 and then stop. Alright, play to measure 9 and stop. Okay, so then if you want to add more sounds to your track, just like the normal sequencer mode, you just pick your MIDI track here. Go to MIDI track number 2. Then you go to either your category here or your bank select here. Category. And you select whatever kind of sound you want. Bass. Just select any one of the sounds that you want. Press OK. And now you should be able to hear that sound. All right. Alright, now if you want to record that after you like how it sounds, you just press the record key. It's going to give you your metronome count in. You can change that tempo here. You just select that cursor point and then you could scroll in whatever you like using the jog wheel, or you can type it in using the number pad. I'm going to put 130, or you could tap tempo it using the tap tempo. Alright, I'll put it back at 130. You could also use this little knob here to turn it and get the tempo that you want. The tempo knob there. Alright. So you push start, it's going to give you a 2 measure count in. That's the default setting. If you want that different, you select preferences here. And your pre-count measure will be here. Metronome setup, you can change the pre-count measure to whatever you'd like it to be. I'm going to leave it on 2 measures for now. And you push the start button. It's going to give you a 2 measure count in. And you just start recording. Alright, and that's there. It's recorded. Let's go back and listen to it. Alright, well, let's just say you like that and you want to loop it. You would just go to MIDI track loop and you want to loop the drums from measure 1. The start measure would be the first measure of the loop. The end measure would be the stop measure of the loop and the point at which the track would loop. So we're going to put ours on loop end measure is going to be 8. So it's going to play from 1 all the way through measure 8 and then it's going to loop. Alright. And then the bass line is just going to play through once and then it's going to stop. So let's just listen what that sounds like. Alright. Okay, and then so on and so forth. You can just go on and you add a next instrument. You just select your MIDI track to go to MIDI track number 3. Go to MIDI track number 3, select your sound. Alright, press OK. In the same way like you did last time, you just press record. And record the track. Alright guys, that's 15 minutes. I'm up. Please like and subscribe, comment below. Thanks for watching again. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll make another video. I know this was short and quick, but whatever you guys need, I'll make videos for. I appreciate the support. Bye-bye.